So again, my name is Wayne Yaza Jr., and before I continue, I'd like to introduce some of my A-team, I like to call them. Right here's my finance director, Les Rubin, my solar tech, my utility tech, Celestino Yaza, and also my other business partner, Habas, is another project manager that works with us. So let's start to get into solar. So again, Picuris, right now, we're fortunate to do a solar project. We started this, myself, Governor Quancello, and myself, I'm also a former lieutenant governor. I served with Quancello from 2017 until 2022. So I'm here to talk about solar, how we started. So Picuris, I'm going to be talking about 1 and 2. Of course, I'm the Director of Utilities presently, and today's at our Community Solar Education Forum. So Picuris Pueblo, we're located in northern New Mexico. We're off the beaten path, so to speak. We're just north of Espanola and south of Taos. So as you can see, we're right in the middle, and here's our beautiful valley right here. About Picuris Pueblo, we currently have just over 300 members and 90 homes on the reservation. Our traditional way of life starts with respect of the land and nature and our natural resources. Our everyday life consists of farming, hunting, providing for our families, and honoring our culture by practicing traditions and beliefs as ancestors did before us. The Pueblo governor is Craig Quancello, which he sends his regards that he couldn't make it. I guess he was running on Indian time. So, Picuris Pueblo is nestled in a setting, serene beauty, as well as known as the Hidden Valley of the San Jose de Cristo Mountains in northern New Mexico. It is located 60 miles north of Santa Fe and 24 miles southeast of Taos on the scenic highway 75 and 76. Our tranquil village rests along the banks of the Rio Pueblo, which nourishes evergreens, cottonwoods, aspens, grasses, and flowers to blanket our valley and surrounding mountains. The scenic beauty is unsurpassed in New Mexico, the land of enchantment. I just like to, like you said, with our traditions and culture, here's a little bit of our youth right here. This is my daughter. We had our Bighorn Mountain Sheep Dance this past weekend. So there's a little pictures of showing you what the Pueblo has to offer, and you guys are all welcome to come up. Our annual feast day is August 10th, Pueblo Revolt Day, so we take pride in that. So come on up and come enjoy the festival. Have some red chili and some fried bread, red bread. Here's some other pictures of our traditional elders that are unfortunately no longer with us, but we're able to pass down all their traditions to us. So it makes us a leader going forward. Of course, we have our church, our agriculture fields, and we do have a herd of bison, about just over 100 head of bison there. And of course, our festivals during Christmas is our Matachinas dance. Our tribal considerations, our traditional values of the tribe and our relationship to Mother Earth, self-determination, remove its dependency on a third-party energy infrastructure, protect itself from internal threats, so like wildfires, from the cyber security concerns, terrorism, decrease the overall cost of electricity. So, Community Solar Phase 1, which we completed in 2017, we started this in 2016 with Governor Pines, the one that actually started this project. So, moving forward, the council, the first phase of Picuris Community Solar commenced commercial operations in January 2018. The 1 megawatt project utilized a combination of funds from a Department of Energy grant and conventional loan, and all the energy produced goes directly into the Kit Carson co-op grid. The tribe receives its revenue from a power purchase agreement with Kit Carson co-op, which pays for each kilowatt generated. The tribal buildings, tribal members' homes, and economic development buildings are billed by Kit Carson as any other consumer subject to the PERC approval rates. The surplus generated by the difference of the monthly revenue received and the monthly loan payments has allowed for us to pay our tribal members subsidies, so we're able to pay during the winter months, because a lot of people use electric heaters in their homes, so it's a little bit higher, $75 a month and $50 during the summertime. So just to give you a little bit more background on that, when building the array, it was like we said, we're off the beaten path, and we don't really have the traffic flow of putting a big, casinos or that up there. So as, like you said, we're rich in culture, land, and tradition. So as a council, we decided, well, what could we use? So that's what we got was solar. Solar came to the table, And then I like to joke about it because when we did it, Governor Conchel said, "What is a megawatt?" So Governor always says that we was going to decide and be Googling it on our phones just to see what it was. But eventually, you know what I mean, we got into that. Well, since we don't have no traffic flow, let's try to do a megawatt. So then as we did it, like we said, we're able to subsidize the tribal members, and hopefully at the end of the day, my goal is to ultimately have my tribal members not pay their electric bill. Giving them a little bit coin back in their pocket goes a long way. And especially the drive too is that another joking me and my brother, growing up, we used to think not having hot water, electricity during the summer months was normal. Not knowing, you know what I mean, like back then, like I said, we were in poverty, and our parents couldn't afford to pay electric bill, and we're talking about early 90s, so. But knowing that tribal leadership like us moving forward, that our youth should never have to go through that phase of being embarrassment and all that. So I take pride in that, of pushing for my next generation to also never have to go through that situation. But continue on to number 2. So we were very fortunate to get another award grant from Department of Energy for successfully finishing the phase 1. So the Community Solar 2 phase is right now under construction. The Pueblo has secured another Department of Energy grant from a solar microgrid project that will provide electric directly into the tribal buildings, tribal members' homes, and economic development buildings that would include the new travel center complex. The matching requirements for the tribe has been reached from funds from the Wells Fargo and from the 11th Hour Project Foundations. The microgrid design includes energy storage that will support the electric needs when the solar array is not generating and would be available for backup if the utility grid is offline. The tribe partnered with Sandia Labs to provide an energy analyst that would be used as the basis for requesting grant funds. The microgrid will reduce the cost of electricity and will be significantly less than the present cost that uses the KIT co-op system. The goal is to, with both solar projects, the tribe household members will have their own electric bills completely subsidized. So right now, this is under construction. So we started the phase 2 just a little past Thanksgiving. So we were able to weather out the winter or completing construction. Or where we're at, like I said, we're above 7,600 feet of elevation. So we get quite a lot of snow. So right here in the picture right to the left is our solar array being constructed right here. Picture of myself and my brother right here. We're having our ground presentation opening where we were very fortunate to have Wale Johns from the Department of Energy come out and be there for our groundbreaking. So that was pretty big. And then just at the bottom, a couple more pictures of the construction going up. And then this bottom one, right now we are almost done with the construction phase. So as you can see, the top one, it was the existing phase 1 of the solar, and at the bottom is our second one. So right now we still have this is a 750 megawatt, so we still gotta continue with another 250, which we're calling phase 2B. So the phase approach for microgrids again is phase 1, the 1 megawatt solar array completed in 2018 with the PPA with Kit Carson Electric Co-op. Phase 2A is a 750 kilowatt solar array broke ground, like I said, in October 23 completion. We're hoping by, like I said, next month of a production of 1.6 GWH. Phase 2B, 250 kilowatt solar array, planned extension of phase 2A and consumption stages, annual productions 480 megawatts. Phase 3 is where we're gonna be mega energy storage. So now, like you said, we're moving with solar, it's all about battery storage moving forward. And phase 4 is the complete microgrid with solar energy storage, like I said. So moving forward, you could generate all this power, but at night, right, how do we utilize it? But then at the same time is you have to consider with batteries, it's like the longevity of it, because at the time, how far the warranty, how far does it go, and end of the day, it's hazardous waste. So it's thinking about, I wouldn't want to leave this for my next generation to dispose of, because recycling of that, it still costs money. So here's a picture of the layout from the bird's eye view. So like you said, the existing array is at the top left, and then the shaded in is what we're planning to do. So like I said, the bottom is completed, that's the phase 2A, and then the top will be incorporating this hopefully in this late summer of adding the existing 250 kilowatt. So the phase 2A under construction has 1,440 Trina solar panels. We worked the solar edge at 300 kW inverters. Phase 2B planned will have 420 Trina solar panels with 330 kilowatt inverter. So the second one, like you said, just to give you more background, when we built the first one, we had an outage in the whole valley, so we were out power for about 4 to 5 days. So all the batteries, generators, cell phone towers, everything went out. And we were sitting in here in the tribal office like, we have a whole megawatt, but we can't even utilize it right now. So we started brainstorming, and we decided, well, we're gonna do another one. Let's bring the power back to the Pueblo. So here's a map of a transmission line. As you can see, the megawatt starts on this side where the whole solar array is. So we'll be putting a hybrid, half underground and half overhead. So the overhead will start from the existing of the solar array and go all the way down to where this strip is right here. We call it airport strip. And then from there, it would go underground back to the Pueblo, in which we could have, like you said, we were able to have a command post, a communication at our tribal office, a place for our seniors where they can have warm food, food for them, a place to put in oxygen, because that was one big thing that we found out is that when the power went out, all our seniors didn't have electricity to plug in their oxygen machines, and unfortunately in the valley, I'm glad it wasn't in our Pueblo, but people passed away in the valley, of not having their oxygen, so that really lit up our minds of thinking, well, hopefully we won't go through this again. So our water, a backup source, when power is out, it's like sitting ducks, so we decided to bring the power back to the Pueblo, so this will be our next step of completing, hopefully, like you said, this summer, of working with Kit Carson too as well. Project partners and sponsors, what we worked with is the U.S. Department of Energy, Office of Indian Energy, the Department of Electricity Energy Storage Program, the 11th Hour Project, Southern Menendez University, Cornell University, Sandia National Labs, Electric Power Research Institute, Kit Carson Co-op, and Sol Luna was our contractor for this second phase. And that's basically it.